Hi, I'm Antoinette Crosby, and welcome to County Report This Week. Coming up in the next half hour, many of our county heroes were honored at the 44th Annual Public Safety Awards. Plus, more about the topics that had everyone talking when student leaders met with MCPS leadership during a special town hall. And later, what a treat when our area's most talented kids performed during a magical night celebrating adventure theater. But first, more than 200 residents recently turned out for a county council town hall meeting. It was in the White Oak community. As Susan Kennedy reports, community members were ready with questions on a host of topics.
The White Oak Community Recreation Center was the setting for the council's most recent town hall.
This county council town hall meeting, we are going to be going for 90 minutes tonight.
7 county council members came out to meet residents from the east part of the county to hear about what's going on in their neighborhoods.
We're talking about people coming to East County.
Questions ran the gamut.
How can we improve the recreation facility on the East County?
There's not nearly enough recreation programs on the east side of the county. There's not enough opportunities for our kids. This is a great facility. We need a number of facilities just like this.
From economic development.
What can be done with either the council, county, or state to make this area, the East County section, more vibrant?
What we do hope is with the FDA development, we're going to see some major reinvestment here. And we've been working really hard to market Montgomery County to the whole county, but certainly the East County as well.
To transportation along Route 29.
My issues are with transportation, the lack thereof in the White Oak community. It's great that you have the BRT, but on Old Columbia Pike, we don't have public transportation.
And the state of libraries in the East County.
The Wheaton Library is down the street from my house. The White Oak Library is down the street from where we are right now. And both libraries are closed.
It took quite a while to get to a point where we could get the money to make sure that we could have the state-of-the-art library recreation center combination, which is what the community really deserves. And what we did is that we made sure that there could be a temporary library right across at the volunteer fire station to make sure that our residents could have access.
The good news is the White Oak Library is set to reopen April 2nd.
Good evening, council members. My name is Laura Munoz Lopez.
Several young members of the audience expressed their concern regarding DACA and asked the county to support them in their fight to stay in Montgomery County.
I ask for your help in keeping us together. We're asking for a dignified life, free of fear and family separation.
And we are going to advance a special appropriation to provide legal representation to those who can't afford it, who are at risk of being left without care, left without parents, divided families. That's not humane, that's not just, and that's not consistent with our values as a county.
In the end, residents were in agreement with the value of holding town hall meetings.
I think it's important that we as citizens of Montgomery County have the opportunity to hear directly from our elected officials and to let them know what our priorities are.
In White Oak, I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
Now we take you to the 44th Annual Public Safety Awards hosted by the Montgomery County Chamber of Commerce. Elected officials and leaders of public safety agencies gathered to celebrate public safety personnel. Now, these are folks that went beyond their duties last year by assisting county residents. 16 Valor Awards for 8 incidents were issued. 132 citations were handed to active, retired police officers and investigators for solving the Lyon sisters case some 40 years later. And County Executive Leggett received the Public Safety Champion of the Year award.
The real heroes, the leadership of all of the departments that we've witnessed on the screen and so many others. You noted the number of things that we've accomplished, but keep in mind that many of those things that we accomplished were accomplished under very difficult budgetary conditions, under one of the greatest and probably the great recession that we've had in this county and country. But believe it or not, every man and woman who served on the county council, who acted on behalf of all of us, stepped up to the plate and made all of those things happen. So I'm collecting this award really on behalf of an entire team, my department, the agency heads, the members of the county council, and all of those who made this possible. And certainly I could not have done this without the love and support of my wife, our First Lady, Catherine Leggett. Please give her a round of applause for all of the work as well.
The 1975 disappearance of the Lyons sisters was the biggest case in Montgomery County history, according to detectives from the county's police department. During the Montgomery County Chamber of Commerce's 44th Annual Public Safety Awards luncheon, detectives described the case's effect on their careers.
26 years ago in the police academy, they did a presentation on this case, and I thought to myself, I would love to work a case like that in my career, and never thought that's the one I would be working.
I grew up in Aspen Hill, and I was obviously quite a bit younger than both of the girls, but I do remember it changing the climate as I got older. I remember, and I went to Wheaton Plaza my entire life, and I remember hearing all those things. And so when I asked to be involved in the case, I actually was not confident that my skills were up to par to be involved in such a huge case, just because it was, I mean, it's the biggest case of this county's history.
Is there any sort of satisfaction when a case like this is closed?
You know, no. You look back and you can't play what ifs with everything, but you just think, boy, if just one little thing would have gone a little different, it went the way it went, sadly. So yeah, I wouldn't call any satisfaction in it. There's some closure. That's about as good as it's going to get for us.
There is some annoyance that there's other people out there that are involved and were involved and still need to be held accountable. There's some relief that we could do something for the Lyon family, but I don't think any of us are truly satisfied 100% yet. We still feel there's information out there. We still feel that there is parts of this story that need to be exposed. We really just want 100% of the truth to come out.
We sat down with Executive Leggett for the monthly taping of the show One-on-One. He talked more about his proposed FY19 operating budget that he recently sent to the County Council.
There are some uncertainties out there as it relates to the federal income tax changes and what that may do for Montgomery County down the line. And so we are cautiously optimistic about how the budget would proceed, but I think that most people feel fairly good about where we are today.
You can watch the entire One-on-One episode on County Cable Montgomery. Coming up on County Report this week, student leaders and MCPS leadership hold a lively town hall about a wide range of topics. We have a report on what they discussed. And how the city of Tacoma Park is saying enough is enough to gun violence. Those stories and more when we come back.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
In Montgomery County, we have a goal to reduce waste and recycle 70% of all waste by 2020. By recycling and reducing waste, we save natural resources and make our community even better. So recycle at home, work, school, everywhere, and keep recycling going. For more information, call the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311 or visit montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling.
Keep it going. Recycle more now.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Anquanette Crosby. Insights, information, and empowerment. Those were a few things that MCPS students gained at a recent student town hall. MCPS TV brings you the story from Gaithersburg.
Students from multiple MCPS schools gathered at Gaithersburg High School to participate in a student town hall with Board of Education members and school system leaders.
Tonight we're holding a Board of Education town hall with students from across the county. In the past, we've always held one board meeting with student leaders, but the goal of holding a second one is to hear from even more students, particularly underrepresented students. The goal of this is to connect the leaders of MCPS with students so that we can know what's really going on in schools and align our policies and priorities with that lived experience.
The students and leaders met in small discussion groups to talk about topics centered around equity, social and emotional health, the achievement gap, and school system operations. Participants rotated every 20 minutes to a different topic table to learn, listen, and share.
I think tonight was a really great opportunity to speak to some of the board members representing us. It was great to learn that I have such a power in the school system, and it's really important to just speak out whenever it's possible. I think the most important issue to me was technology and how we can increase technology in the classroom.
One thing we talked about was the achievement gap and how things can be changed.
Recently, there's been a lot of talk about school safety, so I learned a lot about how MCPS is working on school safety.
Whenever I talk to students, they constantly impress me with their knowledge and their insight and their feedback. One of our students was very concerned about the difference in farms rates between our schools and how are we trying to create more equity between our schools. And I encouraged her to write the board and to perhaps testify in front of the board. They want our system to be the best system for all students. And I just love that.
The fact that I got to speak to the board, the members of the board, and I felt very comfortable because not just me, but other students had the same connection and opened up about their stories and experiences, especially like culturally, like their backgrounds about race, color, religion. I never get to open up, and now I got to have the chance, and I hope there's many more, and that we step forward.
The city of Tacoma Park came out in a show of force to take part in a movement called #National School Walkout. Students, parents, officials, and residents were on hand to lead the way. The intent is to move Congress to take more action to stop the gun violence plaguing our schools and neighborhoods. Tacoma Park City TV spoke with some of those who walked out.
Students asked to have some sort of memorial, some sort of demonstration in terms of at school. And our teachers work with them, the administration work with them, and that was what we had today.
Many of them are young people who've grown up in this community, who I've known since they were babies, and to see them standing up and talking about how we need change and demanding change from our government is very powerful.
My heart goes out to the families and friends of those who were the victims in Florida, but so many other places too, and I think that's the point. This isn't just a isolated incident in Florida. You can just list the incidents by the name of the towns that most of us never thought about before. Now they're symbolic of what's happening, and I just think we have to take stronger legal steps to prevent something like this from happening in the future, to reduce the likelihood that it will happen in the future.
The local government level, I think the most important thing is for us to support our young people as they take stands and to raise our voices as well. Tonight on the City Council, we're passing a resolution in the support of the young people, and in particular for the March for Our Lives that will happen on March 24th. We are also supporting a number of the bills that are in the Annapolis legislature this session so that we can have greater gun safety in Maryland.
Well, I think as an educator, you're always afraid because one of our biggest responsibilities is really keeping the kids safe. And, I think, when educators have to do so many different things and then these things pop up, I think it really puts it in the front of our brains that, safety is the most important thing.
I'm extremely emotional as I walk with the kids today. The strength in all of these kids to come out adamantly for what they believe in is amazing. I'm just proud to stand with them today and all the kids across the country that are standing up for what they believe in.
Coming up on County Report this week, the architects of some of the county's best buildings explain their winning looks. And if you're looking to lend a helping hand, we have a report about a variety of volunteering options. More on that when we come back. Stay with us.
Get to MC and we'll get you going.
Mark your calendars. The Montgomery County Green Fest is coming up and you don't want to miss it. Green Fest promises to be a fun-filled day of entertainment, community, and learning. Enjoy live music and fun and games for kids, learn how to green your home and neighborhood, attend a DIY workshop, and explore exhibitor booths. Green Fest has activities for all ages and interests. Make sure you stop by and explore your path to a greener life.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Anquinette Crosby. Recently, the 2017 Design Excellence winners presented their projects to the public at the Silver Spring Library. The talk is part of the Montgomery County Planning Department's Design Excellence Initiative. It seeks to raise the profile of the county's development and urban spaces.
Today we're here to present our work, which won the Design Excellence Award from Montgomery County Planning last year. We're honored to do it. It's a fantastic award and a great opportunity to showcase the best projects in the county in the recent years.
First of all, what we're trying to do with talks like this is to promote our best architecture and landscapes throughout the county. So we use every opportunity we can as a planning department to promote those great designs. And so, you know, the quality of design comes from a process, you know, of design, and typically it comes from a process of public participation as well. And so when we can promote those elements that go into making the architecture special or making the landscape more natural like we saw today, and we can emphasize that and promote it, then I think it becomes a precedent for other developers, other architects, other landscape architects to use in their work and to improve upon, you know, in the next project that comes into our county.
I think Montgomery County has really set the standard with some of their green initiatives, and now really translating that to the next level with design. Our project was Holy Cross Hospital in Silver Spring. It was a renovation in addition to an existing campus, basically a new bed tower, a new building directly on the Capitol Beltway. So it becomes a real landmark opportunity for the hospital, and we hope adds a lot of character and excitement just in general to what's going on in the county due to its visibility.
Excellence will promote to the development community and to the architectural community and landscape architecture community what great architecture, what great landscapes, what great places are all about, so that we'll get more of them as we continue on into the future.
If you're looking for a way to make a difference in our community, look no further than the Rockville Senior Center. They have a variety of opportunities to volunteer around town. Rock 11's Paul Westlake tells us how a little of your time can go a long way.
You can help make a difference by volunteering at the Rockville Senior Center, and there are lots of things to do.
The shop that we're in is run all by volunteers. All of our library, the computer rooms are all done by volunteers. Even the lunch program is a lot of volunteers helping out with that.
We have some really interesting groups, like a crafting group that meets once a week and crafts all kinds of things. We have a greenhouse in the back of our building where volunteers can help grow the plants, and then they sell them in the gift shop.
There are more ways to get involved with helping Rockville seniors beyond the day-to-day operation of the center.
A lot of the fundraising opportunities are run through a nonprofit called Rockville Seniors, Inc. They not only have board positions available, but they run all the events that happen in the building that generate the money that they then give back to senior services. We also have the Senior Citizens Commission that has one vacancy on their board, which is an excellent volunteer opportunity to sort of oversee what's going on with seniors across the city and help with senior issues.
Don't worry about finding a spot that fits your skills and experience. All you need is the desire to help.
Anything you can possibly think of that you wanted to volunteer to do, I'm sure we have opportunity here for it.
There's no skill set. We'll find a place for you that has a niche. We have all kinds of things going on. The reward is that they feel good about themselves and they're involved in something and they feel like they're doing something for their community.
To learn more about volunteering at the Senior Center, visit rockvillemd.gov/volunteer or call 240-314-8800. For County Report This Week, I'm Paul Westlake.
One theater company is rebuilding after high winds earlier this month caused an electrical fire. MC Media's Mitty Hicks has more.
After a devastating fire here at Adventure Theater, we're talking to Managing Director Leon Seaman about the things they lost in the fire. A fire here at Adventure Theater, MTC, earlier this month caused more than $500,000 in damages.
And the fire was actually right over here inside the turret. So you can see the electricians, they left out the wire that caused the fire. Apparently the power surge melted the covering and they touched each other and it exploded. It was devastating, to walk in and see our home really just kind of underwater and smoke and damage, and it was pretty bad. To see our costumes and some of our props, just like waterlogged and drooping. It's like seeing everything you've built just kind of be gone. It was just overwhelming.
The theater has been in the community for more than 60 years. Staff say they lost costumes, furniture, computers, and more importantly, their sense of safety.
When something happens in your space, you feel like you lose something there. So we'll be out of our offices for a considerable period of time. We still don't know how long. Maybe the most painful part of all of this is that the biggest part of what we lost is probably our archives. So these are like programs from our 66 years of history.
Despite their loss, which includes 9 performances of their recent musical titled Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day, Seaman says the show must go on. The theater itself was not damaged in the fire.
Come out and see Alexander. It's an amazing show. It's Helen Hayes recommended. It's running through March 31st. And you can show us that the fire won't keep us down by coming out and enjoying a great day with the kids and us.
Since the fire, Seaman says the community is coming together either by donating money or cleaning up to support their rebuilding efforts.
At least 2 theaters have reached out to us in the area and said, hey, we want to have a benefit performance of our existing show where a percentage of the proceeds are going to go to help with the fire recovery. And we were blown away because we didn't ask anyone for these. This is all without asking that people are coming forward.
For more information on how to help, visit its website at adventuretheatermtc.org. In Glen Echo, I'm Mitty Hicks for County Report This Week.
Despite the fire, staff at Adventure Theater remain in good spirits. They held their 66th annual gala at the Bethesda Ballroom. MC Media's Mitty Hicks has more on who was honored.
It was a night of performances and surprises from some of the region's most talented youth during Adventure Theater's 66th annual gala.
We have all these kids that come to our theater, 40,000 every year, to be entertained and to learn to be theater artists. So we're here raising money to support them in their dreams to become Broadway stars and help to change the world.
For the past few decades, staff from Adventure Theater host this gala not only to recognize the children's hard work and dedication to their crafts, but to recognize the adults who help to make their dreams come true. This year's honorees are Dr. Kurt Newman, CEO of the Children's National Health System, and Artistic Director Diane Hamilton.
This is just amazing. I'm very appreciative. It's pretty incredible. I'm very excited, and I love Adventure Theater.
Well, I was blown away. It's a great organization, and I'm just very humbled to be honored because the kids and what they're doing with theater, and it's just amazing. So to be honored by them, I should be honoring them, not the other way around.
And since this year's theme is all about inspiring the youth, special guest Alton Fitzgerald White, who has starred on Broadway in Miss Saigon and The Lion King, performed with the youth.
Children who perform in the arts, who participate in the arts, really become civic leaders.
They're the ones who lead change. What better way to learn how to collaborate, how to come up with creative solutions, how to problem solve. So all kinds of skills you learn.
To learn more about Adventure Theater, how to get involved, or to donate, visit its website at venturetheater-mtc.org. In Bethesda, I'm Mitty Hicks for County Report This Week.
Coming up on County Report this week, the men's basketball team at MC is on a roll. Could they be heading towards a championship? We'll get an update. Stay with us. County Report this week. We'll be right back.
If you think someone might be considering suicide or drugs, be the one to help them by taking these 5 steps. Ask, keep them safe, be there, help them connect, follow up. If you're struggling, call Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK or the 24-hour crisis center at 240-777-4000. Be the one to help. Learn more at betheone.org.
Planning to renovate your home? Want to live in it longer? Then you don't want to miss the 2018 Design for Life Showcase. This is the event to hear from building professionals who specialize in accessible and universal design. Plus, you'll learn how to benefit from the Montgomery County Design for Life property tax credit. The goal is to create more homes that welcome people of all ages and stages of life. This year's showcase is set for May 5th at the Silver Spring Civic Building. Find out more by visiting the Design for Life website.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Anquinette Crosby. The Montgomery College men's basketball team is on a winning streak as they try to nab a national championship. MCTV's Michael Brown was there to cover all the action.
In their first game, the 6th-seeded Raptors faced the 3rd-seeded and defending national champion Northlake College from Texas. MC jumped out to an early lead and led most of the half. When Northlake closed to within 2, MC's Colin Turner took over and scored 8 straight points, and MC led by 5 at the break. After going up by 10 early in the second half, MC saw Northlake cut their lead to 6 with 12 minutes to play. But a 4-minute Raptor run swelled the lead to 19, and that was just too much for Northlake to overcome, as MC rolled into the Final Four with an 80-70 win. In the national semifinal, MC took on 2-seed the Nassau Lions. Nassau came out hot and sprinted to an early 17-point lead, but MC chipped away at it to trail by 12 at the half. Nassau quickly expanded their lead to 15 in the second half, but the Raptors behind Turner would not go away, and with 6:24 to go, Turner's 3 cut the Nassau lead to 6. But as they had all game, Nassau responded with a run of their own and took the semifinal 95-81. That loss put the Raptors in the 3rd-place game against the Columbus State Cougars. MC got off to a great start and led most of the half, but the Cougars went on a late run to grab the lead at the break, eventually building it to 15 midway through the second half. But the Raptors have no quit in them, and they cut the lead to 6 with just 3 minutes to play. But the Cougars answered with a run of their own to take it 97-87. So the Raptors end a special season with an outstanding record of 26-9, a regional and district title, and a top 5 national finish. And MC's Colin Turner was named to the all-tournament team. He averaged 36 points a game for the tournament and was clearly the tournament's best player. For County Report this week from Montgomery College, I'm Michael Brown.
Now it's time to meet our pet of the week. This is Skylar. She's a 1-year-old spayed female. She's a white and brindle American bulldog. This mixed puppy is very high energy and friendly, and she also loves to play catch and tug of war. She gets along with some other dogs and has been at the shelter since last month. Now here's how you can find out more about Skylar. Call the Montgomery County Animal Services and Adoption Center at 240-773-5900 or visit Skylar on the web at montgomerycountymd.gov/ASD. With that, we close this edition of County Report this week. Remember to like us on Facebook and to join us again at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. I'm Anquinette Crosby. Thank you for watching.